back and getting ready for the semi-finals of the semi-pro division. A lot of semis in there. I'm joined by my good friend Nick Slowiak.
I'm glad you introduced that because I'd have been like, there's playing paintball, okay?
Yeah.
I still get confused the difference between semi and quarters. You think I'd have that down by now?
What about ochos? We had ochos over here.
Yeah, you know, champs, challengers maybe too.
Yeah?
Me throwing a couple things to confuse the people back at home. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday.
It is a beautiful day here. I think our first point is going to be Paintball Fit and the Newbies, followed by Blast Camp and the Killers. Did you see that Billy Saransky is coaching the Killers, Nick?
Billy Saransky is coaching the Killers?
Yes.
Okay. No, I was unaware of Billy Saransky coaching anyone.
Yeah?
I'm actually surprised he's been here this long.
Oh, my God. He's taking it very seriously. He was passed the torch by one Todd Adamson.
All right, because Todd's not here.
Correct.
That makes sense. That does make sense. Well, I do know Todd Adamson is probably very appreciative of that. I do see, look at this. Who is this? This is going to be the Newbies coming out here?
Yeah.
We got a Carl Markowski. Is that a Damian Vasquez?
Oh, yeah.
A Dynasty jersey? Oh, so the Sandbaggers, huh?
They've got some good players.
Folks.
Yeah, they definitely have the 1-2 punch that's been happening usually on the Dorito side and the Snake side, but we've seen Kyle go up the center. Damian's been all over the place as well.
Okay. I like to say that because I heard some chirping going on from Fit about pros or something. And so...
Well, their whole team is ex-pros.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. I don't know the ins and the outs of it, but I know it's made for great content for all the hard-working videographers and photographers that venture out here to bring you guys all sorts of social media content. So we got 30 seconds to go before the start of this first point. I mean, this would be monumental if the Newbies could get this win because Fit they've won, I think, maybe the last two events, or they've at least played in the finals.
No, they won the first two events, and Blast Camp's coming second in the first two events. So
this is huge, and I mean, so this is it, right? This is the top four teams.
Yep.
So this is monumental, and I mean, Damien, I got to practice against Damien the last 2 weekends. He's a great player. Carl Markowski's got some wheels left. Damien's going to make the move into the Snake off the break, and right away the Newbies go up to that center 50. I love that move because I love that spot.
That is Carl.
That is Carl.
Yep.
The Newbies do lose their first player, though, excuse me, on that Dorito side, that first bunker. I think he made it. Carl Markowski demanding that the Snake player gets pulled because he was shot in the pack, and that is the case. And the ref is going to throw a minor.
Oh, boy.
Comedy to me, the one thing I will say I am disappointed in is the fact that Carl Markowski was losing his gourd, calling that, and gets taken out.
Yeah.
Like, look, dude, cool, he's dead. Move on. Let the refs handle it. Damian Vasquez is going to make a move now farther into the Snake. I think it's at least a 2-on-3. I can see two bodies of the Newbies here in front of me. I lost their third guy.
He's in the Dorito Tower.
Okay, so it should be a 3-on-3. Paintball Fit has got someone over in the Dorito corner.
It's probably Chavez has been playing. Number 24 has been playing that.
So I need to pay attention to the resources that are available to me because I think we have the camera angle. So you can see, well, at least I can see.
That's Colt Lucko.
Okay. So you can see the guys on your screen right there in the wedge, the back center, and that Dorito. Yeah, great shot there. Shout out to our camera crew and our director back there for giving you guys that perspective. So that means that Damien, I feel like if I talk louder, I can be coaching Damien. Hey, Damian Vasquez, there's no one on your tape. But he's playing crossfield. The Newbies lose their third body on that side. Damien has to realize if he can stand up and come square to Colt in the back center, he can make his move to this 50 brick and be safe. Because right now there's a bunch of bounce shots, and he is essentially gunfighting into two people. He had this whole tape clear, which stinks because as the hammer is about to be shut by Fit.
Trenton Mason coming through.
Yeah, if Carl would have just stayed alive, he could have played heads up and told Damien, dude, the tape's blown. Because Damien dove in the Snake and played crossfield right away. He had no idea that penalty happened on the Snake player, and Fit had no Snake side.
Yeah, pretty much iced the home at that point.
Yeah, put him on ice. Rack him up.
But Paintball Fit, bend, don't break. Ooh, we got a cool graphic come up here, Nick.
Oh, I'm ready.
A little head-to-head action.
Okay, there you go. Some stats for you guys. Everyone loves stats back at home. Oh, wow.
Fit. That's almost 81% of the points they play, they win.
Yeah, and so both teams have played, you know, same amount of points. Obviously, you can see the difference in the points won and the points lost. So Newbies a slight underdog there, and you can see there's your percentages for the Killers. So pretty spot on. Again, look at it. I'm really impressed with the points played. Big difference between both teams. As Blast Camp and the Newbies have played about 20 more points.
So obviously, that means they play a lot faster, playing the same amount of game time.
Yeah, you can definitely deduce that.
Seabass is getting shot off the break.
Yeah, a really quick call there by the refs, which, you know, is interesting, right? Because you go back to that last point, if the refs would have did that to Fit, probably wouldn't have gotten a penalty. But they obviously missed that call, and that drew the penalty. So great off the break shooting.
He's hitting the knee. Look at the snake insert. He goes down on it. I'm sorry, referees, but I'm going to call you out on that, Blast Camp.
So that means that there's obviously a hole in the referee's eyes over here. If that the snake insert player gets shot in the knee and puts it down, and the previous point, the guy gets shot in the pack and makes it. It looks like it's a 5-on-4, one body advantage for Blast Camp Midwest Heroes. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, Blast Camp's a very good team. All right, so the Killers losing another one out of the Dorito Center. A lot of people are calling that the Beast.
That juice box?
That big Dorito.
Oh, the big Dorito. That's a nice name. I like this move by... Who is this? I gotta give me your name.
Yeah, the Blast Camp players on the Dorito side.
Oh, what a great move by... Is that Cody LaPapa? I don't know who made that. That was a great
17?
move.
Is it?
I couldn't see a number. Really nice move to come up there as they saw the player make the move around the corner into the snake and take him out, eliminate that threat.
That was Cody.
Yeah, is now a move being made on the D side. It's going to be a trade. Ooh, wow, hop, skip, and a jump. No, I'm dead.
Blast Camp is going to take this first one.
Yeah, really good point by Blast Camp. I like the read and react. I find it interesting that both Damien and the Killers players ran right-handed left and dove into the snake. Kids don't do that. Right, keep your gun.
Left. Gotcha.
Yeah, like...
I say that often that, you know, obviously most people are right-handed, so they're putting it in their dominant hand.
You've got to be ambidextrous when you're running with your paintball marker. And look, like, everyone's going to look at how to play the snake a little differently. If you're going to dive in there and you're going to play inside, I kind of understand coming up with your shooting in with your gun in your right hand.
Yep.
But you don't want the thing that's made out of metal that really absorbs paintball hits to be the first thing in front of you. That's why people put their hands up. You want your forearm that has padding on it to be there. And it's a lot smaller of a target. So here we go, point number 2. Damian Vasquez is going to take the snake directly in and shoot inside while Paintball Fit go around the corner and up to the juice box insert of the snake.
Trenton is going to take the walk for Paintball Fit as Brody Luckow is going to make it his way into the snake too.
Yeah, and that elimination came out of the back center. They had 2 bodies stacked in there. Definitely easy to put pressure on the back center early on in this game. I don't see a lot of pressure being put on, what was this? You said Cody in here on the snake?
Brody.
I think Vasquez gets shot. Who was that over there?
Chavez got shot.
Sorry, Chavez. Gets taken on the D side. I heard he was having a heck of a time yesterday over here. And now this third body going to get taken out for Colt. And no bodies have walked off the field for
the Newbies. Scott Stewart is making a tactical fill-in over there on the Dorito Tower.
Yeah, this is a good move out here to the tape. I don't know where Damien... Oh, you didn't see him fill to the corner. Damian Vasquez now... That's what I was thinking of. Damian Vasquez. I'm thinking Chavez Vasquez. Damien now fills out over here. Communication, I don't quite hear it. Like, they've got to know...
Yeah, Scott Stewart took out one of the Newbies, but now is dealing with Damien on the side of him, as well as players in front of him. He's eliminated.
Yeah, it's just like the score should. Oh, did Damien get shot by his own team?
Yes, he did.
The score should be 2-0, and the big breakdown for the Newbies is communication. And I didn't really hear anyone yelling about the players that are on this side for Fit. Like, you've got, like, hey, playing semi-pro, man, like, it's the same consistent teams. You got to know who your opponents are, right? You got to be able to call them out. I mean, in Fit, you have no excuse, and these guys really shouldn't. You got to be responsible for the people that are in front of you and the tendencies they have and the sides they play. And that should be a big instiller of confidence when you do eliminate those guys, not only for you, or like in my position, a back player, but to give that to my front guy to like, dude, your nemesis, like the guy you're going up against, he's gone. Own this side, right? Clock in.
Yeah, we see that a lot when they're in the snake 50. They have that confidence to know who's the furthest one out. Typically, it's the snake can.
Right. So here we go. Point number 2, Killers versus Blast Camp. Blast Camp took the first point. Big breakout on the Dorito side, all the way into the Dorito, maybe 3. I like that. It's definitely tough to shoot that guy in the break once they make it out wide. Do not see any players walking off from paintball marks on their person.
When you've been watching some of the pro games and playing in them, is the breakouts have been similar, or have they been shorter over on that field?
They've definitely been more snake heavy. As Blast Camp gets shot heads up from the snake insert, so they're going to drop the first body. There's, to me, hey, look, I've only watched. This is what, the 4th point total.
Right.
A lot more of a presence off the break and trying to get into the snake. Now, obviously, things change quite a bit on Sunday, but I don't feel like enough people were getting eliminated off the break on the snake side of the field, on the pro field, to really change or alter that course of attack. Nice job to make the move into the wedge and get that crossfield shot. And this, look at this, 2 bodies coming off the same time for the Killers. Nice little fill out to this can to kind of stop the bleeding, but there's really no pressure being put on the snake side by Blast Camp. They did lose their first attacker over here. It is a 4-on-3.
Yeah, the Dorito side for Blast Camp's doing such a good job of taking out the snake presence. You would think that they would react and try to take some ground over here.
It's just a matter of repositioning. I think this is one, and like the can player over here for Blast Camp, he turned his back heads up and he's relying on his back center player. It's just not the route I would go. I think the one thing, and I've seen this too, and I mean, the Ironmen were a perfect example of that this weekend, is you gain those advantages as now the 3rd body walks off for the Killers, so 4-on-2. Here's the move coming into the snake side. This is just the read you want. You need to reposition and take advantage of all the real estate as the 4th body walks off for the Killers that you've gained.
Right.
And smart concession by the Killers. But if you don't do that, you're just allowing people to fill out. You know, you put all this effort and strategy into shooting someone to gain that advantage, but then when you don't act off of it,
yep,
what are you doing?
Just giving it right back to them.
Hey, look, it definitely is a lot easier to say.
Yeah.
But the opportunity is 100% there, and that just comes down to knowing the field. And it doesn't mean that you have to go out. You can also go up. Right?
Nope, I totally agree. I totally agree. I've been saying that all week, is that you do the hard things. The hard thing is shooting them off the break or getting that ice off of one side, 901, whatever everybody uses for calls.
I like ice. Yeah, I'm from the north.
You see a lot of it.
I tend to in the winter months, yes. Oh, I see Billy over there.
You're going to see him lose his shit if they lose another point.
You know what? Well worth my ticket of admission to be over here with you.
All right, we got the newbies on the away side of the field, Fit on the home. 1-1 game.
Ooh.
Looks like Carl Markowski might have taken one, or no? That was a Damien.
Damien's getting called out. I definitely saw multiple players on Fit get bounced. And look, they do lose a body, though, so it should be a 4-on-4.
Carl's in no man's land.
Carl, man. Like, I like that, but, like, dude, get safe. Like, you got to know that there's a guy that's on your tape. He did get bounced, but, like, come on, dude. Oh, I like this fill. This is a smart fill. Out here to the corner. Go up, go up. Oh, he's not going up. He's looking in. Come on, dude. 4-on-3, 1-body advantage for Paintball Fit as the newbies are making some good secondary fills to spread the field, which is huge on this field. Like, it's pretty simple to get out wide across the back line, and that's where the moves up the center come from. There hasn't been a lot of play up the middle.
Not just that first point when Carl Markowski got up there.
Yeah, but like, so like in me saying that, I mean like even on the pro field.
Okay.
Like there's been a lot of like, I feel like neglect and like lack of like desire to go up there, and like you just have to set up the play.
people get out wide, you lose track of one guy. If they're in that brick, like if you try to crawl on the outside of that snake and someone's looking down at you from that brick, as we saw Carl do, that drew the minor penalty on fit, you're not going to make it, man. And the same thing can be said on the Dorito side. Those gaps are so big, you can just sit off the edge of the brick and wait, and you'll get those eliminations, and the bounce shots really don't come in. But getting back to what we're seeing right here on your screen, you can see Paintball Fit. They're mirrored up corner to corner. They do have the one-body advantage. The score's tied 1-1. And just kind of like feeling it out here. I think what will really break this game open is if either one of these guys goes, that's going to be the team that wins this point. Even though the newbies are down a body, if he can get into the snake, get a nice crossfield kill, or eliminate the guy in front of him and allow him to wrap, that'll do it. The only thing that just has to happen is his teammates on the Dorito side have to stay alive.
Yeah, he's getting the lanes being covered by the tower from the Dorito side.
And look who makes the first move. It's Paintball Fit. Comes inside, has this entire snake to himself. There's literally no pressure being put over here. And when that happens, you feel that lull. You have to listen to your guts. Like, something's got to be off. Either something's going to go right for you. Does he get a crossfield shot in the corner? I don't think so.
I think he popped over. That's Trenton Mason. That's coming down the snake.
And he's playing inside. Like, work with what's in front of you. And I say that because if you scout a field, you walk the field, you play this field, you got to realize the potential of this 50 and being responsible for what's in front of you. It's a one-on-one fight. I would love to antagonize anyone playing that corner bunker to fight me standing up on a 50 snake brick.
Yeah,
absolutely. Right? And that's just using my height, and that's just using the 10.4 paintballs a second I'm shooting at my opponent. That, and then just the psychological effect. And I don't care what division you play at, of your teammates yelling 50 snake, will change the way people play. So it pays dividends just to get to that spot and live and show yourself so people know you're there.
Yeah, it's always good to look inside, see if you can get that free kill. But I always like dominating the tape and then wrapping in like a clock.
Yeah. Shameless plug. All this information that I'm telling you guys can also be found at bkipaintball.com. So if you guys want to get signed up, Brian Greenspan probably says it better than I do because he's old and gray. But you can head there. Oh, and also, happy Father's Day, Anthony.
Same to you, buddy.
Thanks, man. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there listening to this fine NXL broadcast.
And if you listen to it later, hopefully you're playing right now on Sunday.
No one plays paintball on Sunday when the NXL events are going on. Did you just get shot?
I did. It was a bounce. I'm still in.
Dude, incoming fire. So no one's really done anything outside of Mason over here, and he's finally standing over the top and rapping. I just, they're up a body. It's a tie game, but this is like the opportunity you need to seize to make something happen and shake up the pot. Because the newbies really don't have to do anything. They are in really good positions outside of that small Dorito. And you can see now Chavez making his way up.
He's on their side of the field, or is that the Dorito 4?
It looks like it's Dorito 4, because he's not past the brick. And he's probing, but like, he's going to get so far up the field, it's going to make this corner guy. Oh, he misses a shot.
That's a good towel.
I don't like it. I don't like. Did they lose somebody?
Yeah, they lost the little baby Dorito.
Okay, so that's a good call. But like, they didn't do anything.
No.
Ugh, that makes me frustrated. And I'm not pulling for one team or the other. I don't have a dog in this fight. But these are the perfect opportunities to go back and learn from. So shout out to the NXL and Anthony and company and everyone that produces this. To go back and rewatch this, you got to think to yourself, what's the overall goal here? And yeah, again, it's easy for me to be saying these things, being in the position I'm in where I'm at. But just seeing these things years in and years out, the victor goes to those who are the aggressors. Why do we always see these crazy comebacks when teams go hyper aggressive? Is because no one can be prepared enough for the amount of pressure being put on them and sustain that.
All right, the Killers go shallow right now. They mix it up a little bit. I don't know if this is Smitty that's over here instead of Sebastian Lopez. Husky behind him. Blastcamp takes the snake right off the break now.
They do, and he comes right inside to what you could call Snake 2. And is looking down the pipe as the Killers lose their first body. And
being that Blast Camp is up 2-0, they really don't have to do much. They're in pretty good positions across the field to kind of just sit here, but there is a lot more time in this game.
Is there a bounce shot off of that brick into the God bunker or that Aztec insert?
I would say no from my experience on the pro field,
okay.
But every field that's set up, given the terrain, especially on this field, are a little different. So there could be, like when we played on Thursday on the, I think it was the infamous field, there was a bounce shot from the back center off the snake beam into that snake insert, that God bunker, and it was lethal.
Wow.
But, you know, that's non-existent on the pro field. And we tried that out right away, and we noticed playing the afternoon games that no one else was doing it. So, you know, it wasn't there. Great fill over here to the Snake 50 by the Blast Camp player. I feel like I should know their names, but I just can't tell.
Yeah, I don't know if it's La Papa or it's Zach Hogue. I want to say it's Zach Hogue, but I'm not positive. Number
It
6.
is Hogue. It is Zach.
Okay.
So all that has to happen right now is Blast Camp just needs to have a little more support over here in the Snake, and like this should really kind of wrap it up and kind of just set the trap for the Killers. And Zach's playing like there's a body in the Snake corner. I didn't hear his back guy calling out the G on this side. Like that's the one thing that kind of has disappointed me.
Yeah.
For both sets is like the lack of like what you would hear commonly on the Snake side or the pro field. On the Snake or Dorito side is a Ricky and the Lucy. It's a very common like call that most players are using. And the Lucy is kill off the left, L for left for Lucy, and Ricky is R for right. And obviously that switches, you know, Dorito side to Snake side depending on the side of the field you're playing on. But it works wonders. Now 2 bodies stacked up here in the Snake, a 3rd body for Blast Camp in the back, and they still don't know where the people are at. Like they're playing like there's someone out on the side in the corner or on the tape, and there's not. And there's only the Snake insert and that Dorito, big Dorito over there.
Looks like it's Eckhart who's gone on to the side of the field for the Killers.
Yeah, and look, man, like he just switched. He was applying pressure to the Dorito and came off of it and comes to the tape. You got to, like, he came from the back. He knew that Zach was in here. He's got to say, hey, look, dude, I'm going to cross this threshold and I'm going to play inside. And now, hey, this is what I'm at. This is what I'm at. This is what I'm at. Or this is what I'm shooting at. He comes back to that, but now he's given that player.
He just shot the player in the Dorito in the feed neck.
No shot.
See it?
I mean, I see something, but like.
It wasn't there just 2 seconds before I said that, so we'll see if the ref goes in there.
No way.
I'm telling you. I got good eyes from a long way away, just not up close.
Hey, I know. I've seen you fight. and so then Eckert switches back to the tape.
Still there.
There's definitely some in there. Could be a gold accent feed neck.
Yeah.
Who would match his jersey?
One that changed colors during the game, yeah.
Ref, can we go check out that Dorito, please?
It's Aurora. It's Aurora anodizing.
See? Anything's possible. Oh, look at this double shift. And they make it clean. Oh! That was pretty. It was beautiful to watch. The Dorito player shifts to the back center, and the insert Snake player shifts out to the juice box. I mean, now at least that gives Zach something to shoot at heads up. I don't know though if they're aware that there's 2 bodies over here. And the unfortunate thing for the Killers, as great of a move as it was, they're down 2-0, and 4 minutes have come off the clock. Zach figures out the back center's there. Good. So here's the communication, which is nice, but like, what are we going to do?
So if you are the Killers, what can you do right now? What can you do to break this game open?
You have to pick a gunfight and win it, and the Killers lose a Dorito guy, so now it's a 5-on-3. You know, you really can't concede. You know, you could hope that you gotta win a gunfight. You have to pick one and win it. And it's this number 6 over here has got to, instead of playing cross, he just has to look heads up and either shoot Zach or Eckert or both and make something happen. You know, the longer he waits and plays this crossfield game,
yeah, the more time comes off the clock.
Yeah, and now Zach shoots the back center, and that's it, and that stinks. But he put this great effort into getting out here. It's just you got to work it.
And, you know, yeah, you might win it, you might lose it, but that would have broke the game open if he shoots Zach, and that makes guns shift once Blast Camp sees that they lose somebody, so there's a chink in their armor. And that would free up pressure that was put on the Dorito side and their back center, because there was 3 bodies on the Snake side for Blast Camp.
Down 3-0, 6:20 was, I think it was similar time left on the other one, right? Or was it down to...
It just came down to the 7-minute mark.
Okay.
I know when I looked at it, it was like 10:50 when the point kind of started, or maybe 11 minutes. So, yeah, it was a solid chunk of time came off that clock. A little bit of a different story here in this Paintball Fit Newbies matchup. See the showdown right there, the pro teams doing their thing. On this breakout, Damian Vasquez going to make
Johnny
the snake.
Luckow and his partner in crime over there go to the same bunker, it looked like.
It's coordinated. Looks like Carl Markowski is taking the watch for the Newbies on the far tape. Definitely can say some survivability issues there.
Chavez moves up to the little baby Dorito.
And Damian Vasquez wears one of the face. So the Newbies really have to make a decision here. 5-on-3 against a very seasoned Paintball Fit team that knows how to lock things down and knows not. I mean, they didn't go anywhere before. I'd expect them to concede this point relatively quickly here. I would. Like, where's their pit? They're right over here. Yeah, they need to really be looking about conceding this point.
So it's a 5-on-3.
It's a 5-on-3, and the Fit doesn't need to go anywhere.
Yeah, and they're in the snake insert, Nick. They're in the snake can. They're in the home. They're in the Dorito tower, and they're in the baby Dorito or the Dorito 2.
Yeah, and you can see yeah, there we go. So they lose a body over here on the snake side, and they do concede. You know, if they did it when I said it, maybe would have saved them 20, 30 seconds. And calling a timeout probably would be advantageous for them to kind of reset, so they could formulate a plan of attack. I think they should go back to the thing they did the first point. Get Carl Markowski up the center, get him in that brick. Damian has made it to the snake. 3 of the 4 points he's gone, and just get him to play forward and attack. And hopefully, the hope would be is that if the other team calls out Damian and the snake, they go to counter-react, and Carl's sitting right there. Excuse me. It picks up that elimination, and they can turn this side of the field. So here we go. Blast Camp on the right. Killers on the left. Score is 3-0. Blast Camp going around the corner and up into the snake. Killers want to make that same move. A little bit of hesitation. Here comes the move. Low and in. So we're mirrored up over here on the snake side. Scratch that. Killers player takes the inside route into the snake and is continuing to crawl. I like that. Keep going.
I think that is Sebastian Lopez.
Sebastian Lopez.
Former Team USA player.
I like that. USA. He's playing like there's someone here in the 50. Like, you got to realize, dude, like, there's no incentive for the team that's beating you 3-0 to come around the 50 to take you out right now. Check heads up. Check heads up through that zone and get to this 50 brick and attack. You know, you've got 2 guys behind you. Your can guy's playing heads up. Now your snake guy behind you is playing the tape. No one has given you any reason to think that any paintballs are flying on this tape. Kyle here is in the snake 3. Well, whatever, outside snake mini wall. He's got a mirror now, but he's not shooting his gun. So again, you know, something's got to happen for the Killers over here.
Yeah, just from a time standpoint, 4:50 to go, down 3. You're going to make something happen quick.
Yeah.
It's not going to get any less risky later.
No, that's the thing, right? Like, you give your opponents the opportunity to move forward and take the ground you could have seized. And a great move. Gets over here. He's got his teammate behind him, who now, like, I'm not sure that Blast Camp's aware of that, so we're going to come to the tape.
He's trying to set a trap, but I don't know if you have time for that.
We don't set traps when you're losing 3-0.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what are you doing? And I feel like, again, if I talk loud enough, they'll hear me.
All right, so Blast Camp is like right across the field here, nice and even. They have the Dorito 3, the Dorito Wedge. Jackson Frey's back here, also Team USA player playing the Aztec. Baran is up here in the Snake, and then they have, I think that's Cody LaPapa that's in the stand-up can.
Yeah, and it stinks because Cody, off all this, could have made a move to the corner, and that really would have messed the Killers up in this situation. I do like whoever this is, and look at this. Kyle gets a kill for Blastcamp across the field, and there's no pressure being applied to him. I don't know why LaPapa switched after he hears the elimination on that side. He needs to protect his front dude.
Jackson's over here looking from the home, but yeah, I agree.
He should have repositioned too, and look at that. Kyle gets shot in the hand. Yeah, he definitely got shot in the hand. Refs didn't. Oh my God, dude. He just shot him in the hand. How do we see it? I don't want to talk about it. So it should be 4-4. I don't know how this... This is probably too close for your eyes to pick up. I understand.
Nah.
Nice shot by the Killers player. He did shoot him in the hand.
I'm already going to get fired.
Oh, well, I'll hire you. I got your back. And look at this. It goes the other way. Kyle should be eliminated. Sorry, Killers. Like, some things go your way, some things don't. And that just doesn't... Well, like that by Kyle, though. Comes to the tape and shoots between the cake and the brick underneath. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's as big a gap on the pro field, but there's a decent gap here.
And look at that. Kyle looks inside, puts his head into a ball. And that's the crazy thing. You get the elimination in front of you, and then you switch inside. Like, play the advantage you have. And now, shout out to, what is this over here?
That's Seabass, Sebastian Lopez.
Great for him now to, like, apply the pressure. But you've had 3 guys over here this entire time. Like, this should have happened. This should have happened 2 minutes ago.
Yep.
And, like, look, you've got another guy in the Snake with you. Work together, man. 40% of firepower is a lot better than 20. And all they would have had to have done is take a page out of the who was before this. Now he does it. Look at that. He dives inside. This is what Eckert did for, like, Blastcamp, the previous point. He should have made this move when his teammate was on the tape. And that's what'll happen. So this game's over.
Yeah, this match is over.
Yeah. And it stinks because, like, there was so much potential.
Yeah, to have a much tighter match.
To win this point.
Yeah.
You know, like, kind of.
Papa comes down and cleaning it up. So Blastcamp's going to go up 4-0 with 1:22 left.
Yeah, I'd like to see everyone be successful out here. And so, like, hopefully you don't take what I'm saying as being too harsh. But, you know, unless someone calls you out on it, you're not going to learn. Hey, look, and I'm not always right. It's not like we had a stellar weekend ourselves. So, but I've been playing this for a while, and the things I'm seeing here, and hopefully the things that you guys are watching back at home, USA Paintball, baby!
Yeah, we got 2 Team USA players that are playing in the last set, Jackson Frey and Sebastian Lopez. Team USA will have their final tryout for U16, U19, so please go to teamusapaintball.com and support the program. Newbies lose 2 off the break.
Yeah.
I mean, Paintball Fit's off the break shooting has been superb.
Yeah, I know they've been known for that. It's just, you know, one of those things where the newbies have definitely had the they won the first point, and they've kind of just made some mental mistakes and losing people out of their spots, right? And concede. Thank you. You know, there's 4 minutes and 44 seconds left. You're down by 3. You absolutely on this field can come back and tie this game and get the win. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a mentality shift that they just have to.
I told them they should have taken a timeout. I like that. Like, hey, I said send Carl up the middle. He gets shot off the break. They also lose another guy. But I saw no one stepping out to apply pressure back on the shooters. And what did you just say? Who's got good shooters?
And they have excellent shooters.
Yeah, man. So. Like, if you're going to send people to those spots, you've got to protect them. And on this field, with this way the center brick is, it looks like it'd be pretty difficult. I haven't walked this field to see start box to start box over the top. I'm tall enough that on the pro field, I can read my opponent's heads over that 50 brick.
Yep.
Here, it doesn't look like that's a possibility, but your guy on the outside edge can tell you 3 guys left, 1 shooter, 2 runners. And that is enough information for me as a shooter to redirect where I'm putting pressure and put their heads down and possibly get an elimination from their center. And we saw that happen. The newbies got early on, the first few points, were getting those eliminations out of the paintball fit back center. We don't want to talk about those guys.
Spick and Span show coming live to AG Paintball. So if you ever want the opportunity to come out and meet Nick, I'm sorry, Nick is going to be at summer camp. Yeah. Spick and Span, if you want to meet Ryan and Kyle, come out to AG Paintball. I think it's like a $5 entrance for the live show. They're going to be giving away prizes.
Oh, so they're going to do like an actual show there?
Actual show
okay,
live,
I like that. I was like, wait, is this like a clinic or like what is this, a broadcast?
Yeah, I think they're going to have a street ball event on Sunday as well, but it'll be a Friday night live Spick and Span to be aired from AG Paintball in Ware, New Hampshire.
I like everything about that.
I'll be there. There'll definitely be some Irish coffees.
You're making me thirsty. So here's your breakout.
I like this breakout from the Killers. Oh, they do lose the Dorito player. Making their way up the center and the snake. I think this is Husky coming into the snake, going right to their side of the field.
I like the breakout too, kinda. I mean, it was still kind of vanilla. There wasn't really anything overly aggressive about it. It was safe, but like just looking, and this is the thing to look at. This is like your tell, is the demeanor and body language of the players, at least over here on this snake side, is vastly different than it was in the previous points, right? Because there's a focus. Like, they have to win. They have to put points on the board, right? And we just saw a lot of... Ooh, that stinks. We just saw a lot of hesitation in previous points, and that ended up costing them.
Yep.
And, you know, ultimately, that's you as a player listening to your instincts and your gut and reacting off of it and not hesitating. And if you react to it and it doesn't work out that way, don't kick the ground and stomp and pout and blame other people. Reflect and take a turn back and look and see, oh, okay, I didn't check off on this, or I missed that, or hey, you know what? That mother on the other side of the field's a really good paintball player, and he just put a good shot on me. You know, good shot, dude.
Oh, absolutely. Respect. Last camp with the Mercy Rule win, 5-0. Over the Killers, putting a little exclamation point on there with 3 seconds.
Yeah, and you know what I'm impressed about, too, and looking at this? Like, this, that punches their ticket to the finals.
Yes.
Right? They're not yelling and shouting in, like, you know, they've been here before. Yeah. They obviously have a very clear goal in mind. And so I like that, like, I don't know if the right word is passive, like, aggressiveness.
Right.
But I like that. A lot of times you see people jumping and shouting like they just won the tournament.
Right.
They just 5-0'd the team they needed to beat to get to the finals, and they're cool as a cucumber. Right? Keep that intensity. Keep that focus.
No, 100%. Obviously, these two teams, the Fit as well, have been there before because the last 2 finals have been Fit Blast Camp, and it's shaping up to be the same for the third.
Yeah, I mean, look, the newbies definitely have an opportunity here. Plenty of time. They need to get the eliminations off the break they were. They need Carl Markowski to just stay alive on the break to make his primary, and then, like, just get those eliminations and systematically work down the field. You know, like...
Yeah, I think they're going to be forced to go a little short early just because Paintball Fit has really just been shooting them out the break. We talked about this earlier. Statistically, that's not good to take some serious ground off the break.
Yeah, hey, I want to call a spade a spade. Like, Fit's great shooters, but those shooters are big. And they're in the back center, and those aren't hard spots to shoot off the break, right, to apply pressure.
At least try to, right?
Yeah, and, like, if you read, man, the newbies lose their corner guy, he makes it and dies out of his spot. If you read that those guys are doubling the back center, step out and shoot those dudes, man.
Yeah.
Come on. So, good move over here by the newbies player to get up into the snake. There's been no secondary moves outside of the getting out of the back center into the Dorito, the first Dorito. And now Chavez getting into that little Dorito.
but no pressure being oh my gosh, what just happened?
Bounce shot.
He got shot off the back.
Yep.
Wow, heads up shot. Hey man, heads up shot by Fit. That just tells you, like,
they know the field.
They know the field, and the Newbies player was not really aware of that. Like, you have to get into that cut, that L of the 50 to avoid that bounce shot.
So was that Trenton straight ahead that was shooting that, or was that across field Chavez?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. It could have been, I would have said Chavez for the angle. But
yeah, he was in the baby Dorito. That's the good one right there.
Hey, you want me to yell out another gripe?
Sure.
Okay. What are the refs saying, and what are the players saying? It's X-ball. These guys don't know what X-ball was. Oh, you got 2 minutes now between points. That's not
you don't have
X-ball.
penalty bucks. You don't have 15 balls a second.
You're not playing 15 balls a second. You're not playing you're not playing full auto.
Yeah.
We as the pros are the only ones that can do that. You're not playing for 25 minutes. You're not playing halves.
Yeah.
You don't have 5-minute major in the box penalties and 2-minute minors. Like, man.
I heard that the All-Americans and the Ironmen were playing a 20-year anniversary X-Ball match. And Dresser said, well, if they're going to do an anniversary match, it needs to be 1 hour long, 15 balls a second, penalty box. Let's see how those guys can survive that match.
I think they'd be really happy they get a 5-minute penalty. Catch their breath in the penalty box.
Exactly.
I think that's a fantastic idea. I mean, like, it'd be really cool to see some of those. I mean, a lot of the guys from both sides of that fence are still playing paintball, specifically in 10-man. So it would be really, really cool to see I mean, you know what it should be, as you can see the showdown there, graphic on your screen of what's taking place on the pro. Well, is that the pro field, or is that this field? I got to get closer to the screen to read it. It is this field. That is the semi-pro field. So you can see there the quarterfinals. Blast Camp is moved on to the finals. It'll be taking place at 3:05 p.m. So we're just waiting the conclusion of this setup here, the Newbies versus Paintball Fit. But that would be, what would be cool to see? All those teams have played through almost every iteration of the game. So they got to play 10-man, then they have to play X-Ball.
Yeah.
And then they have to play 7-man. I don't know. Carl Markowski going to take the snake. Makes
quick.
it. Do not look inside, Carl. Please play the tape. Thank you, Carl Markowski. I don't think a Paintball Fit player has been shot the last 3 points. I think they've won them like 5 up. Carl Markowski backing up, looking for someone to shoot. He's got his, who's this behind him?
You got your wish. I think Johnny Luckow's coming out.
He is. Thank you. And, good move. Get up. Get tight. Don't. Another one.
Colt's coming out.
Keep going. Get him. He's dead. No one's calling him. Oh, there's the call from the ref. Thank you. Okay, go inside. Go inside. Oh, you.
Still good play by DeVivio.
Yeah, but he didn't call out the 2 eliminations and talk to Carl, so now Carl's clueless when he comes to the tape.
Yeah.
And if Carl was wrapping the tape, what's his 34 here would be dead.
Trenton, yeah.
The game would be over. And he's crawling around the inside of the snake. Little things go so far, and now Carl's can't see him, but playing clueless.
Yeah.
Gets him. That's it. Come on, Carl. This game should have been over 15 seconds ago.
Yeah, you're going to need this time.
He needs the time. Go. Run. And that's the other thing, too. Look, I understand, like, you're diving in the snake and you're doing stuff, but this is another reason why you stay disciplined to the tape, because if you're playing the pit side where the players walk off, it's your responsibility to count those bodies.
Yep.
Right? Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. 100%.
DeVivio played a really good point, but he died with information, right? So that's...
He got those eliminations, and he came up there knowing that Carl's there. Carl, I'm on the tape. Hey, G2, G3. Another one, Carl. Hey, just in our case, the orange. Just the orange. And then, I'll tell you what. When I get shot, we're not supposed to say anything. I say something. I don't scream it, but if I get peeled off out of the back center and I'm with Al Fernandez, it happened to me, Al, I'm dead.
Yeah.
You know, like, the day the pro refs start calling penalties for players talking after the hit is the day that no one out there in the pro field is going to be able to play anymore.
Well, you got to read the environment.
Everyone talks. Now, not to like the point where you're trying to tell people where like
there's
their
no
opponents
codes
are at,
or whatever.
But and that's one of the things I will say I do appreciate about all the pro refs is in passing they will tell you where you're hit, right? Like they're making the game fair and they understand. Like everyone's putting a lot into this, and so they give you the benefit of that. But look, man, it's just one of those. Oh, the dog is walking on the field. Oh, good save. That's just one of those gray areas you got to play. It's so huge.
All right, so 236 down 3, or 228 down 3.
Same thing. Just stay tape disciplined. I would probably really focus on their shooters. You know, if they've got someone that's been scouting paintball fit, they've got 2 guys in the back. The biggest tell. This is another thing. You know, subscribe to BKI where you can get this information, or we bet I monetary gain. The biggest tell for anyone playing a back center is how tight they are off of it. The tighter you get to that bunker, the less you see. So the only thing that you're going to be able to shoot is the wide shot. I can tell by looking at the body language of both the paintball fit guys, they're only committing to the wide shot. They're not shooting the short shot. And so right now, this is where you step out and you jump paint right back in on them and you shoot them. Carl Markowski going to get pulled out of the back center.
Another one as well, so they're down to 3 newbies. Make it 2.
3 bodies.
Yeah, 3 bodies, 2 newbies live.
Points over. No one from Paintball Fit has been eliminated. And I'm really like...
Scott Stewart's going to have a freebie right here. He looks inside.
I just don't understand, like, the play you just ran was so successful. Why there was such a dynamic change in what they did? And I don't grasp it. And that's it. That'll be it.
Doing some cleanup here. Scott Stewart, Johnny Luckow.
I mean, I would have tiled it. I wouldn't let my last guy get run down by 5 dudes. And I would still want to go out there and play another point.
Uh-oh. And the referees might be saying we needed one and we didn't get one. So they might even be starting down.
A penalty?
I'm not sure. But like you said, another reason to towel a 5-on-1 is to make sure that last player doesn't spin or do something crazy and get you...
I mean, there's that. But, like, at the same time, I don't want my guy getting...
Yeah.
You know, unless... Hey, look, it's different if you're... It's different if you're... Yeah, well... It's different if you're winning and, like, it comes down to the wire where they need to hit the buzzer. But that's obviously not the case here. You know?
They pull someone off the start box? Is that what Carl's saying?
Carl just said, like, he got called out because someone left early. So I heard, you know, I don't know that I don't think the rules are any different between the pro league and the lower divisions.
Right.
But
you can always tag back up.
Yes. But I've heard several reports of people getting pulled for jumping and tagging up. Now, I take that with a grain of salt because, like, you know, if you do turn your marker towards the other side of the field, you're going to get pulled. Like, that's the caveat with that.
Yeah.
Everyone's given an equal opportunity to tag up if they jump early, right? The fields are in close proximity, horn goes off, everyone's juiced up to get off the box. That happens.
Yep.
But I've definitely heard a couple instances where that has happened. If you did jump early and didn't tag, different. But I was watching their breakout, and I didn't see anyone leave early, and I didn't see a gun come downfield.
Yeah.
You know, and
I've never seen someone jump early and then them pull somebody else unless it's a penalty because you shot.
3 seconds.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even then, it's not a.
Is it a penalty if you?
It really shouldn't be a penalty.
No. Okay.
No.
I've seen it be a yellow if they false start and a run, like shooting their gun down the field.
I just don't think I've seen that at these levels.
Right.
But crazier things have happened.
All right, Paintball Fit's on the home side. Newbies are on the away side. They're coming right around the corner trying to get in the snake early. Carl Makowski on a delay takes the center.
Yeah, an elimination out of the back center. Paintball Fit. That's where they've consistently lost their bodies. Is out of the center. So shout out to the newbies for those shots. Dude, stop playing inside, man.
The Vivo was
Come on, dude.
coming up.
Play the tape. Play the tape. Watch out for the corner. Don't get shot. Shoot a gun. Tell your guy behind you, there's a corner. Go inside. Come on, man.
His hopper's down. All right, he's got to back up.
Choose die loaders. Carl Markowski's dead.
He does trade, I think.
This guy's dead. This guy's asking for a check. That guy's, I don't know.
He's the last newbie left right here, number 11.
And he's going to run backwards.
Oh, that's Davivio. Oh, people are wearing the same jerseys. Maybe they're brothers.
Yeah, that's not allowed. Oh, look at minor penalty. Look at all these penalty flags flying. 3 flags just flew up.
No, 4 did. That's been my gripe all event.
What the heck just happened?
So when one flag goes up, they all throw their
The
flags
refs
up.
feel like they all need to get a participation award and throw their penalty flags? Boo! Hey, don't do that, because you know what that does if I'm playing? Is it makes me think multiple penalties were off, and it didn't. Like, that's bad form.
I agree.
Bad form, refs. Bad. Go to your rooms. That's terrible.
At least Nick's on my side on that point that I've brought up 3 or 4 times during this webcast.
That's not, no, you don't do that.
Yeah. And it's on both sides of the field, so if you see a flag on this side of the field, or if you don't, say you don't see a flag on this side of the field, and that guy over there is saying, oh, I saw a penalty over there, cool, I'm just throwing mine. If I see a ref on the D side throw a penalty, I know it's coming off my side.
That is what that's what should have happened.
Right.
But, like, that's no.
They've been consistently doing that on this field.
Yeah, and let's go back to the basics. Let's revert to why they throw their flags in the first place. To signal that.
Yeah.
Right? And they're not doing it just for the tower or for the head ref to find out. They're doing that because that signifies that an infraction is happening to your opponent that you're playing against.
Right.
Right? And if everyone decides to throw a flag, and here's the other thing too, right? Like, all it would have took is for one ref to throw the wrong color flag, and now you don't know what the hell's going on.
Correct.
Is there multiple penalties? Dude.
That happened once where the guy was emulating the throw, whatever they feel like they need to do.
And look, it's under a minute.
Yep.
And so,
all right, we want to take a second to thank our sponsors here. We have NXL sponsors as well as the
quit leaving early.
webcast.
Go back to your pit.
Nick chilling at players, but thanks again, sponsors. This webcast wouldn't have happened with additional sponsors. Infamous, BKI, AG, lots of different people have helped us out with this sponsorship for this webcast to happen. So again, we appreciate everybody. All right, we're still waiting to see what the referees are working on.
I mean, the thing that would have to happen is at the moment the flag flew, depending on what the ref says, so they've added time back on the clock. So, I mean, that would be a point for the newbies, and they'd have 25 seconds to win 2 points.
So the complaint, are they actually addressing the fact that multiple flags went in the air, or just the first one?
They're not going to do that. That doesn't matter now. Now the refs are going to have a powwow, which is just...
Wait, so what is the discussion about?
We never know.
So
maybe this head referee over here can tell us.
Mikhail.
Is that his name?
Mikhail, yeah.
Mikhail?
It's the European
Where's he from?
Michael. I'm terrible at these things, so.
Russia?
No. I believe that he speaks Spanish, and he's from Europe.
Listo, mira. So Spain would be the dead giveaway.
I know.
Genius.
I'm hearing South America is where they're from.
I can't hear myself talk anymore. Did I get cut off because I was talking bad about the refs?
All right.
I can't hear anything in my ear.
Unfortunately, we've taken a pause in paintball bingo as well. I don't know if they just muted us, but
they might have muted
I'm going
me.
to keep talking. We have a blank field right now.
Oh, okay. I can hear you. Sorry. I was like, oh, see? Conspiracy theorists unite. Maybe the referee can tell us what happened.
Yeah. Silence! I kill you.
Yeah, they can have a meeting.
Hey, everybody deserves it.
Hey, look, what is the one benefit, I guess, to making it to the finals? Is that game played over on the pro field with the pro? Or no, the refs follow them, don't they?
No, the refs don't follow.
I thought they did.
Really?
I didn't think they forced the pro refs to ref every divisional game on the pro field.
No, I'm pretty sure they do, because I still have games going on over here. I have to do all the consolation games. They don't send the pro refs over here.
I don't know that.
No,
I'm new. I'm new to this.
I wouldn't say you're new or I'm new, but I'm
new to the,
There's games going on over here simultaneously.
Hey, they don't let me play lower divisional. I haven't played a lower divisional game since 2006. Okay?
No?
I've tried. But that doesn't happen.
You're just too good.
Yeah, hey, look, back in the day, you played 2 pro tournaments, you're ranked pro. That's how it worked. Okay? There was no D4, D3, D6. There was amateur. Even then, there was novice and pro. Then there was amateur, novice, and pro. And then the divisional things came into play when X-Ball started.
So when you first started playing, did the amateurs play the pros?
Yeah.
In the prelims?
Yeah. Dude, I loved it.
Yeah.
I got to do that.
Remember we brought that back one year at the Combine?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's a healthy thing. Anyone wants to do a fun tournament, and you have multiple divisions. That's the tough part, right? But like have a good spread. That would be fun.
You know, playoffs only pull. Yeah, playoffs only a pull.
Did Tim in the ICC ever do that? I'm trying to remember
I think
back.
Maybe the first year he did.
If you did play, yeah, because there were at least 2 different
brackets.
Yeah, and I thought you did play that. Which again, look, man, it worked. It worked fine then, and it gives you a taste of what it's like to play someone, right? Mm-hmm. Like it would be. I mean, it's tough.
It was cool because if you could steal that game somehow,
it meant something. Even if you didn't make it, you beat a pro team, dude.
Right.
Was it tough? Because it's all. Hey, look. At the end of the day, if you have a lot of fun stories to tell about how you blasted a pro,
yeah,
dude, you're a king.
Mm-hmm. All right, it looks like we're maybe making some progress to move on to the next point.
Yeah, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
And here's another point too to the multiple flags thrown. Like if I'm the head ref, who do I go to for an answer? Like, oh hey, who threw the first flag, and why'd you throw it, and then why'd you throw your flag?
Yeah.
And now maybe, look, if this is mostly a European crew, maybe it's a little different. But look, I had my own issues with the Millennium refs and the way things were done there. But and look, I'm not trying to harp on the refs. This is an unforgiving job, and it's not fun to sit out here in the heat and getting shot all day.
They've done overall a great job.
Yeah, La.
It's just confusing.
La, what do we got, La? They threw the wrong flag, huh?
8 seconds.
All right, our research is telling us that they threw the flag on the wrong side. It should have been a major on paintball fit. And that way the newbies do get a point.
So 5-on-4. The points reversed, so it goes back to the newbies. So the score should be 5-3.
Right.
Paintball fit starts with 4. Newbies start with 5. It's a big ask.
Right.
Can it be done? 1,000%. Especially if,
when you have a rocket ship like Carl.
Yeah, but the one thing that goes against the newbies is the risk of a major penalty on their part.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Paintball fit starting with 4. Only 25 seconds left. They take Chavez and take him to the D3.
Yeah, I like that.
He's trying to cut down any snake movement. He's standing up over the top.
I don't like the fact that he's doing that, and no one ran and shot all the way down here.
Chavez is alive. It already shot 2 players, and I think he's on their side of the field. Followed up by, I think that's Trenton Mason over there.
Well, this is how not to win.
Wow.
Wow.
Paintball fit definitely did not. Wow, they almost hung.
That would have been a slap in the face.
Chavez and Carl having a conversation.
Yeah, someone should pick that guy up. He's a pretty good player.
And they're having a good discussion about it. But Chavez down one body, took the D3, immediately popped up, took the D4, shot a player cross field, then went onto their side of the field and shot another player. So,
yeah, hey, get off the field, guys.
This is a big break coming, Nick. So,
hey, look. Come on. So,
alrighty.
Really different matchups we had there, man. Like paintball fit. Blast Camp pitching a shutout against the Killers, and kind of a back and forth game here. Some controversy, some grittiness in this last game, the set between Fit and the newbies. We will have Paintball Fit taking on Blast Camp
for the third straight event.
And the big thing there is, can Paintball Fit keep the tradition alive and go for the three-peat in 2023, or will Blast Camp steal the crown?
Yeah, Blast Camp's down, I think, 8 points in the season standings. So if they can win this one, they can cut that in half and be down only 4 going into event 4. So thanks, Nick, for coming out.
Thanks
Always
for
a pleasure.
having me.
Yes.
Forever, since like a long time ago.
That's right. All righty, guys, we're going to kick to a commercial, and we should be back shortly. So stay with us.
Bye.